Hello everyone, welcome to How-FixIT. If you've forgotten your Apple ID password and are dealing with activation lock issues on your Apple Watch Series 8, replacing the motherboard could be the solution. In this step-by-step guide, I'll walk you through replacing the motherboard and resolving the iCloud issue. Before starting, let's go over the tools required for this repair. A tri-wing 0.8mm screwdriver, tweezers, plastic pry tools, the screen disassembly tool. Essential due to the slim gap between the screen and the watch frame, Glue B7000, known for high elasticity, anti-vibration, and water resistance. Links to all these tools are in the video description below. I advise using a magnetic mat throughout the repair process, especially for disassembling a device like the Apple Watch Series 8. This will help you manage each screw's placement and ensure accurate reassembly, and you don't have to worry about the screws getting lost. They will all securely adhere to the magnetic mat. Alright, let's get started. Turn off your Apple Watch and remove the bands. Use a hairdryer to gently warm the display surface for easier removal. Insert the edge of a curved blade into the thin gap between the display and the watch frame. Carefully work your way around the edge to separate the display, avoiding pushing the blade too deep. Once the display is detached, gently flip the display towards the watch crown. Use tweezers to remove the black tape covering the display ribbon cables. Open the locking tabs on the display with a plastic tool. Slightly warm the black tape surface to make it easier to remove from the screen. Disconnect the cables from the display and remove the screen. The Apple Watch battery is glued to the watch body. Apply isopropyl alcohol under the battery to loosen the adhesive and wait a few moments. Use a plastic tool to carefully pry out the battery. Disconnect the battery cable by opening the locking tab. Now you can remove the battery. Unscrew the screws securing the vibration motor. disconnect the motor cable from the main board and remove the motor. Unscrew the 3 screws securing the speaker to the watch frame. Carefully remove the speaker. Use a soft bristle brush to clean dust and debris from the speaker mesh. Remove the 4 screws securing the back cover. Use a hair dryer to loosen the adhesive under the back cover. Insert a curved blade into the seam and carefully separate the back cover. Slide the pry tool around the watch frame to slice its adhesive, but do not insert the tool deeply into the watch housing. Apply gentle pressure to the main board to detach the back glass from the watch frame. Carefully remove the band release buttons from the back cover, ensuring you don't lose the tiny springs. Next, lift the motherboard and disconnect the cable from the back cover. If you suspect the motherboard is faulty or are unable to use your Apple Watch due to iCloud activation lock issues, replacing the motherboard may resolve the problem. You'll find a link to the Apple Watch Series 8 motherboard in the video description below. Let's begin reassembling the Apple Watch. Start by removing the old silicone gasket from the watch frame. Use isopropyl alcohol to thoroughly clean the watch frame, removing any remaining dirt or glue. A clean surface ensures strong adhesion and improves water and dust resistance. Similarly, clean the back cover before attaching it to the frame. Now, let's install the new motherboard and begin reassembling the Apple Watch. Ensure that each button has 2 tiny springs, as these are crucial for proper functionality. During reassembly, confirm that the springs are correctly positioned. To restore water resistance, install a new silicone gasket to ensure the back cover fits snugly onto the case. A link to a replacement gasket is provided in the video description. If a new gasket isn't available and the old one is still in good condition, you can use B7000 glue as a temporary alternative. While not ideal, it can suffice for urgent repairs. Attaching the back cover can be the most challenging step. Carefully align it so that the springs fit into their grooves and the band release buttons function correctly. Test the buttons by pressing them to ensure the springs return them to their original positions. Once everything is in place, secure the back cover to the watch frame with 4 screws. Next, reinstall the speaker and fasten it with 4 screws. Connect the vibration motor table to the main board and secure it with screws. Now, reinstall the battery. Begin by connecting the cable to the battery and closing the locking tab. Place the battery into the housing, reattaching it to the adhesive pad if it's still intact. If not, use double-sided adhesive tape to secure the battery. Reconnect the display to test the functionality of the Apple Watch. Power it on and test all functions. If everything is working correctly, proceed with restoring water resistance and completing the reassembly process. Before gluing the display back onto the frame, remove any old adhesive. Use isopropyl alcohol to wipe the watch frame. This gives the best adhesion to the glue. Let's glue the display to the housing to restore splash, water, and dust resistance. To reattach the display, use adhesive sealant tape or silicone glue such as B7000. If using adhesive tape, heat it slightly to enhance its stickiness. For added protection, you can supplement the tape with silicone glue. However, keep in mind that even after repair, the watch will not be 100% waterproof. It's best to avoid submerging it in water after the repair. Secure the display to the housing with clips. The B7000 glue requires 24 hours to fully cure, but the surface dries in about 3 minutes. I recommend waiting at least 45 minutes before removing any excess glue from the housing. If you found this guide helpful, give us a thumbs up and subscribe for more tech tips and guides. Visit our website for in-depth insights and do-it-yourself guides. Remember, every tech challenge is an opportunity to learn and grow. The Apple Watch Series 8 repair is complete. Thank you for watching How-FixIT and see you in the next video.